Hey guys, what's up? How are you? I hope that you guys are having an amazing day today. If you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Jarrell, and in today's video we are going to be trying all the products that I purchased from my Sephora haul. If you guys are interested in seeing all of these goodies in action, then let's go ahead and get into the video. But before we get into the video, don't forget to like. That definitely helps on my channel so much, and of course subscribe to my channel if you have not already. If you are into makeup or you're just learning makeup, if you need inspiration, makeup tutorials, makeup reviews, you are definitely going to find that here in this channel. So I hope that you do subscribe. Let's go ahead and get into the video now. So the last eyeshadow palette that I purchased at Sephora was this one right here, which is from Makeup by Mario. Everyone went a little crazy with this palette. I did two videos of reviewing this palette and then another one creating more looks. So I have been showing this palette a lot of love. So I am going to try a different palette for today, which is this one right here from Huda Beauty. I also did a whole entire review on this palette, but I have not created more looks using this palette. So let's go ahead and play with this palette and try it. I am going to prime my eyes first using my Hourglass primer, starting with this shade right here, which is Rebel, and I'm going to add it to my crease. I'm really trying not to make it too dramatic, but you know, I can't really promise you guys anything because I definitely love my dramatic eyes. So I am adding this color, and as you can see, I'm blending it up super high. Of course, you don't have to do this. You can just tweak it however you like it, but I'm just playing with it. I just want to see where my hands and my mind takes me with this look. To add a little bit of depth, I'm going to add this shade right here with the same brush, but on the very tip of the brush, I'm going to focus that on my crease, and I'm just going to go from the outer corner to the inner corner, going back and forth just to create a little bit more definition on the eyes. I'm going to add this shade right here, which is called Winner. Place this shade right in the outer corner just to create a little bit of definition. And I'm taking bold moves from the palette, which is this one right in the center. I'm going to add it with my finger, going back with the same brush in the shade Winner just to add it really low on our crease. So I tight line using my Persona Cosmetic, and now I'm creating a little wing liner with the black cream shadow on the palette. I'm going halfway in, just really trying to define this wing. All right, so I went ahead and created the other wing. As you can see, it's all nice and clean up. I am going to add this black liner on my waterline as well. I'm using this little tiny brush, which is Sigma L04, and I am going to go back with Winner. I'm going to smoke out my lower lashes a little bit. I'm going to curl my lashes. All right, so for mascara, I am going to be using this one right here from Tower 28. The tube is super cute, and here we have the brush. It's super thin. So here it's the one with the mascara and no mascara. What do you guys think? I don't know exactly how I feel about this mascara yet. I do have to try it. Maybe I give it like 2 weeks and then I will know for sure whether I like it or not. It does take a little while for me to like really enjoy a new mascara. I absolutely love the Pat McGrath, and I absolutely love the one from Rare Beauty, but those brushes are completely different than this one right here. Those brushes are definitely more fluffy. It gives you a little bit more volume instead of length, which I appreciate that. But yeah, we will continue on using this mascara. I waited for the mascara to dry down a little bit so I can recurl my lashes, and this is the final result. It is a little clumpy, which a lot of mascaras tend to do that to my lashes, which I'm not mad at. It's not like super bad. I am hoping that they stay like this because they look really nice. I will keep you updated in a future video on all of these products. So let's go ahead and move on to the rest of the face. I am going to be using this Gucci primer. The packaging is amazing. It does have that Gucci scent, which is nice and luxurious, but if you do not like makeup that is scented, then you're definitely not going to like this. It feels really nice and nourishing on the skin. It feels really luxe. So beautiful. Oh my goodness, this feels so good. I can just continue on doing this. By the way, I am oily 2 combination, so if you guys did not know, I do have some foundations referenced down below in the description area, as well as links for any of the products that I am using today. So yeah, so let's go ahead and move on to foundation. I am going to be using this one right here from Valentino. I'm so excited. I end up picking this one up and a couple of other things on the last day of the sale. But look how gorgeous the packaging is. Really nice in luxe. Of course, it's glass, and I did end up picking up the shade MA3. I'm hoping that is the right shade. Ooh, okay, it seems to be the right shade. So let's go ahead and put it on the skin. Ooh, yes. I mean, look at that. That is pretty. I'm gonna use the foundation brush. Let me just do half of my face. It is definitely on the lighter side for my forehead. Just going to apply a little bit. That was too much. So this foundation does have a SPF of 26. I do have some sunspots in this area right here. Okay, so here is half of my face done. It's definitely a little bit light for my forehead, but it's blending into the rest of my body really nicely. It does have an SPF of 26, and I gotta say that the coverage is definitely a really nice medium. It covered up my redness. The sunspots that I have here, they're not as noticeable like here that doesn't have any foundation. It just really evened out my skin. Is giving me a really beautiful natural glow, but it's not super glowy. It doesn't feel heavy on the skin. It's not tightening up on my skin either. So those are all good things. I don't know how the wear test is going to be, but this is a beautiful foundation for sure. So let me go ahead and do the rest of my face. So let's go ahead and move on to concealer. I do have this one from Milk Makeup, and it's called the Future Fluid Concealer, and I do have mine in the shade 10W. So let's go ahead and see how this one covers up my darkness. It's getting crazy. The darkness under my eyes is definitely getting a little bit more pronounced. My baby's still getting up in the middle of the night. He's 2.5. He's gonna be 2.5 soon. But my goodness, he's still waking up. I don't know what I'm doing with him. My other babies, my other kids, they're not babies anymore. But my other kids, they actually tend to sleep better. But this one is just giving me such a hard time every night. But yeah. I haven't used a sponge in such a long time, but let's go ahead and blend it in. It's really blending in into the skin really nicely. It's giving me coverage, not full coverage, but it's definitely giving me a nice coverage. It's canceling out that darkness under my eyes. It doesn't feel heavy. It feels really nice and hydrated, but not overly dewy. And this concealer is really close to my skin tone, and I like that. I don't want to like overly highlight my skin either. I do like to use a brightening powder just to highlight a little bit, but not like whoa to highlight it. So just setting my concealer with my Laura Mercier powder first. So I went ahead and set the center of my face using my Laura Mercier powder. That is nothing new here, but I am going to set the rest of my face using my Giorgio Armani powder, and this is a brand new. I'm really excited because I absolutely love the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation, so I have really high hopes for this one. I am going to use a fluffy brush and just dust it for a nice glow. I did swatch it a little bit just to get the feel of it, so it does give me a little bit of a glow, but yeah, really excited. And this is the Sigma F25 brush. So it feels really nice and smooth, really lightweight on the skin. I feel like it's giving me a little bit of a glow all over, which is good. Yeah, we will continue on trying this one. I don't have a new bronzer, so I'm just going to use a little bit of my Charlotte Tilbury, and this one is in the shade 2 Medium. Let's go ahead and move on to blush, and this one is in the shade Neo Nude from Giorgio Armani. It is the Melting Color Balm Cheek and Eyes, and here is the color. Absolutely stunning. I am a little afraid because it says the word balm in it, and I don't know how that is going to work with all of the powders that I just added to my skin. I am afraid, but let's go ahead and try it. So let's go ahead and use a fluffy brush. This one is the Sigma F40. Just going to pick up a little bit with this brush, and I'm going to press it It's not lifting up my foundation at all. It's actually looking pretty beautiful. Look at that. I don't think it actually goes with the eye look that I have, but we can always fix that. I am going to add a little bit of blush on my nose. This is a beautiful formula. It looks like a little glowy, but not overly glowy. Oh my goodness, that color is absolutely gorgeous. Blending it in with my hairline and just moving up a little bit where I apply the bronzer, but with whatever is left on the brush, not adding extra on the brush. Oh my goodness, that looks so beautiful. So you know what? Because it really is not meshing with the look because I have some pink. So let's go ahead and use a little bit of this shade right here and a little bit of this shade, just a little tiny bit, and just combining those two together. And I'm just going to work it on my crease, right? So much better, right? Okay. And just for funs and giggles, because we're playing with makeup, let's go ahead and try this blush right here, and I am going to just run it on the very top of my crease just to tie everything together. To highlight, I am going to go with my Natasha Denona, My Cheek Trio, and I'm going to use this highlighter right here just because it is one of my favorite kind of clear glossy highlighters. So just grabbing a little bit and pressing it down. I don't think that I'm ever going to get tired of this. That is just so gorgeous. I'm going to add a little bit of this mascara on my lower lashes. So I went ahead and picked up two Anastasia Beverly Hills lip liners, and for today I think I am going to go with this one right here, which is in the shade Cool Brown. So let's go ahead and line our lips. You're definitely going to see this in fast forward because I take forever. So this is one of the last purchases that I did as well, which is some Gucci lipsticks. Let me go ahead and take it out of the package and swatch them for you. So here we have the bullet, and it is really nice and weighty, and it does have the Gucci logo right here on the top. All right, so we have this shade, which is really nice and like cool tone. That shade is absolutely gorgeous with the Makeup by Mario palette. I think that this lipstick is going to go absolutely gorgeous. It is a little bit too cool for this look. Then we have this red right here. The pigmentation, it's really impressive, and not only that, it just feels really nice and velvety on the hand as I'm swatching it. So really excited for that red as well. They're not magnetic, they actually glows. And this one is the one that I'm going to be using. It's a little bit on the cooler side. It's more pinky, but let's try. Just going to add a little bit. Yeah, so I don't think it goes. I feel like I really wanted something a little bit more on the nudie side, more peachy. Going to go back with the pencil just to fill it in a little bit more. Yeah, so this lip liner is definitely helping to mesh it all together. The formula for the lipstick, it feels really nice and velvety, super lightweight. It's matte but not uncomfortable. It's really, really beautiful. It doesn't feel like it's traveling anywhere. It's not emphasizing any of the dryness on my lips. I am going to skip the glosses. I was going to try these glosses right here, which are usually my favorite kind of look, like glossy lips, but because we do have like a little bit of a shine on the eyelids, and the lips feel really comfortable, and not only that, they look really bouncy and they just look good in my opinion. So this is the final look. Let me just give you my thoughts and first impressions on all of these products. Let's go ahead and start with the primer. Absolutely beautiful. I cannot get over how gorgeous it just felt on the skin, but a primer is a primer. If you already have a good one, then I don't think that you need to buy this one unless you are in the market for a luxury kind of primer. This one is definitely the way to go. When it comes to the foundation, I am so happy that I picked this up now that the skin is looking a little bit more warm. You know, after adding a little bit of bronzer, I definitely think that I am going to keep this shade, so I'm not going to change it for something darker. This is definitely going to be a foundation for me for this time of year, so I am just going to keep this shade. I'm really happy with the finish, how everything just applied in top of it, how it went on top of the Gucci primer, so it worked out really well. When it comes to the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Powder, I am not mad at all. It gave me a really nice, beautiful finish. So it's not superly glowy, but it's definitely really nice and radiant, and I absolutely love that. I am really impressed, and I would love to have more shades of this right here, which is the blush, and you can use them on the eyes just like I demoed for you guys. So I'm really happy that I picked that up. When it comes to the eyeshadow palette, I stay firm with my review. If you have not seen it, I will link it down below. It is a beautiful look, but I feel like it is shades that you can find in other palettes, but it is a nice palette after all. If you have your eye on this palette and you decide to purchase it, I don't think that you're going to be disappointed, because the looks that you can create with this palette are really nice and beautiful, and they do have a different textures, which is always something that makes the look a little bit more interesting, which is nice. But again, go ahead and watch my full review if you want more of my thoughts on this palette. When it comes to the mascara, I think that it's a really nice, beautiful mascara. It coated my lashes, it gave me length, volume. I did have to curl my lashes a couple of times just for them to stay up, but that happens with all of the mascaras that I use, so I don't see that it is like a huge difference from the other mascaras that I already love in my collection. If you are in the market for a new mascara, then you might want to check this one out. I just don't see the hype on this mascara. I just don't think that it did anything different than the other mascaras that I already love, but that is just my experience. I will keep you guys posted for sure. When it comes to the Gucci lipsticks, I am so not mad at purchasing these right here. Now, they are luxury lipsticks, so the price tag was a little bit up there. So if you are in the market for luxury lipsticks, definitely check these out, because they are just so beautiful. I cannot get over how good they feel on the lips. So yeah, that is all that I am going to say. I will link everything down below in the description area, just in case you guys are interested. And that is it for this video. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for your love, your time, and support. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and I will see you next time. Bye.